frustration, all the emotions, the happiness. Well, all we know is that 13 rounds have been played in the Open and it's 10 rounds in the Women's. It was a day and it was a round that was filled with big results, maybe a lot of movement on the standings. But first up, let's check out the round 13 results. Because we saw there was no change at the top for those players on 9.5 points. So we're seeing Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, Fabiana Caruana and also Arjun Erigaisi. They finished on 10. The big question is, did anyone on 9 points catch them up?
Nope.
Nope is the answer. But there were victories for Liu Shanglei and also Wesley So. Wesley So moves to 9.5 points. That's very important.
Jobaba as well.
Mm-hmm.
A very big win.
Just half a point from the lead. And also win for Jan Pomniachtchi and also a win for Abdusattorov and Alexei Sorana there on board 14. So still, it's very much a scenario where with 6 rounds left in the Open, anything can still happen. It's all going to be dependent on a strong finish. And after that, this is just the kind of qualifiers because it's the top 4 finishes. You have to have a good tiebreak and those top 4 finishes will be playing the semi-finals.
Just the qualifier, that was nicely said. When I was thinking like at least still 25-30 players are in the mix of fighting for that qualification.
Well, let's do the math as we look at this, right? So from what I'm seeing, and I'm sure if we have the scores, we'll do the regular scores, but we got 3 players sitting on 10 points. 3 players on 10. If their average score is 3 points over the next 6 rounds, I mean, they're going to be fighting each other like crazy. But if we give them an average score of 3, that's 13. That's pretty modest score. It means you just break even. You could go +1. More of them probably won't. Maybe 2 of them might. But that means everybody right now, I think, has to be looking at somewhere around 13 as your goal. If you're sitting on 8 right now, if you don't get to minimum, as we see the numbers here, a bunch of 9.5s, even if the 9.5s, their average score is 3.5, that's still that 13 number. If you're on 9, like Magnus is, and if you're on 8.5 and 8,
yeah, like Ali Reza,
you're going to think tomorrow, that's the number I have to get. If I don't get 5, I'm on 8. If I don't get 5 out of 6, I'm not qualified. I mean, it's just that simple. You better go on a heater tomorrow if you're going to catch those leaders. There are too many of them. If you want to put destiny in your own hands, it's time to win a bunch of games.
Very good point. Yeah, this at least gives us the feeling what's in store for us. By the way, we have seen there many players with 9 points, and Nyapo is also on 9 points. He just on tiebreaks did not make it there, and maybe some others. What a tournament it is, yeah?
Yes.
And nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe, so Moscow rules apply. Watch your back. And also a reminder that here are the scenarios in the women's section, because there we have one clear leader in Elina Robers, but she cannot rest easy. There are 5 rounds remaining, and there are people who are hungry and ambitious. They have things on the line, and I'm thinking of the candidates spot. Goryachkina, Manova and Stefanova, they're there on 8 points, half a point behind, and then Elisa Astalbaeva, she's motivated, she wants to qualify to the semi-finals because that means that she is well on her way to securing a spot in the candidates.
Let's do the same math here. I'm looking at maybe 3.5 as the average score near the top. 3.5. We're looking at 11.5 points is the sort of a goal. So if I'm sitting on 7, I've got to get at least 4.5, probably 5 to assure myself, because it would mean too many people being hot at the top. So yeah, I'm thinking 4.5, 5 if I'm on 7. Everybody else looking at maybe 11.5, 12.
But we only have 5 games left, no?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to score.
You got to score.
If you're on 7. If you're on 7, you're a little bit higher, 7.5.
But okay, it will be also the question like for Eline, yeah, that she had a wonderful day, but now she will also feel the pressure. She is leading the tournament. Yeah, there is no guarantee at all that she can maintain. Of course, we wish her, but we have been there. Yeah,
she has to continue with the same energy that she started with.
She needs three, I think. If she gets three, I think she's okay.
Yeah, she should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 out of 5. Just pick who you're gonna beat.
But better not calculate the points because whenever you slow down, there is no guarantee that you can speed up again.
No, of course, you want to win as many games as possible, but you don't want to think, I need to win this game right now, right? Like, if you're sitting at 7, draw, no. Like, unless we start thinking about money, which, would be foolish right now. Actually, don't even win that much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, well, unless you're in the top 4 or so.
Well, I think there's so much on the line. I mean, we're talking about life-changing amounts of money. We're also talking about prestige, honor, glory. I mean, now is the moment for the players to relax, be calm, and get themselves ready for the big event that is happening tomorrow, where everything will be decided. Well, we did have a poll of the day. I'm not going to keep you all in suspense. We were asking, who is your Women's Player of the Year? Well, Divya Deshmukh might not have had a great day today, but she can take comfort that she has many, many fans, because 38% of you guys at home voted for Divya with her World Cup win, becoming a Grandmaster. She is our Women Player of the Year. Ju Wan-jun in close second, she's on 34%. So, and then Alexandra Gryashkina and Vaishali. But, wow, this I think is where we're going to leave it for today at the World Blitz Championship in Doha. The stage is set, the tension is building, and tomorrow it will all come down to those final moments. A big thank you to you guys for just entertaining us and making what is probably 6 hours just feel like 5 minutes, and a big thank you to everyone at home for following along move by move. And this is where we're going to say goodbye, and we hope to see you tomorrow for the big day when 2 world champions will be crowned. It's going to be epic. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
We are staying the course of our transition strategy. Working with our partners and drawing on our heritage and technical expertise, we are building a multi-energy company. In Qatar, TotalEnergies produces oil and gas with local partners and contributes to the development of solar-based electricity and research initiatives aligned with the country's evolving energy landscape. TotalEnergies is moving towards energy that is more reliable, more affordable, and more sustainable.
detail.
Good luck. Okay, before we get into the chess today, I want everyone to know that this was my first blitz game after 6 months of not touching chess. And of course I get paired versus a grandmaster in a blitz tournament. Now the line that Krikor played is actually the reason that I don't play King's Indian anymore. It is so crushing that when I sent to my coach, he was just like, yeah, you need to learn how to play something else. But if you're not a grandmaster, there's a lot you can learn from this game. So far my opening is just basic idea. You're trying to get some counterplay in the center, and white immediately goes for the offense, pushing on the kingside pawns and delaying their castle, which is very scary in the King's Indian because your pieces are kind of cramped. That's the reason that I'm bringing my knight and rerouting it, because I need to make room for my f5 pawn. So the idea is by developing both my knights to the queen side, I keep space for my bishop open. Now when I played bishop f6, I got really confused, as I usually do when I play chess, because I remembered from my prep and from my coach, I had a line where this was defending some threats. It was a completely different position, and this is why I don't try to memorize theory when you don't understand concepts, because this is what happens. But if there's anything I've learned after my many years as being a washed-up chess player is that it's okay to admit your mistakes and it's okay to put your piece back. My next move, c6, I don't really have much counterplay. c6 is a move you make in the King's Indian when you literally don't have any other moves. I can't push my f5 pawn, which is my only plan, and his king is not even castled on the queen side, where usually the c6 idea would have some good threats had the king actually been castled. But I can't even punish the fact that his king is in the center of the board. This line is very frustrating, so hopefully, if you're playing white versus King's Indian, you can learn something for the white pieces. Now the Botez genes begin to kick in, and I bring my queen. I think at this point I've just panicked because I have developed all my pieces, but none of them are acting in unison. So I think maybe by putting some pressure on his pawns, my queen will help me defend my king side. Quick break from the video to tell you about our sponsor, Surfshark! We know what you're thinking. Oh no, an ad.
But you know what's even scarier? Not thinking about your online security and privacy. Without a VPN, your internet provider can literally see every single site you go on. That data can be stored, sold, or hacked. A VPN like Surfshark encrypts that information so all they see is scrambled data.
Okay, but it's not that bad. What will they do with that?
Well, it's not that bad until that information gets hacked, and then all of a sudden your information is out there in the open, and this happens a lot more than you would think.
Most people don't care until they realize just how much money and control those companies squeeze out of your so-called personal data. But Surfshark lets you take that data back.
Power to the people and the sharks.
You get 3,200 plus servers in over 100 countries, 24/7 customer support, and one account to use on unlimited devices. Use our link below or the code SISTERS to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Now back to the video. Krikor goes queen c2. What he could have done is push h6, a forcing pawn move, attacking my bishop, and then taking my free pawn, but he was being generous. And the blunders begin. This should be a masterclass on how to not play versus a grandmaster. When you're rusty, you're not thinking many moves ahead. Pro tip, if you're a new person at chess and you can think more than one move ahead, past your move, you're already beating your opponent. I did not do that, and it was very obvious here that you're opening up the file on the king, and h6 comes as a threat, and you have no way to defend. I'm still hoping maybe I'll be able to cheese him somehow on the back rank. I'm optimistic, but my entire plan about f4 has just failed, and really this position would have been fine had the bishop trade not been allowed. So now I've not only lost a piece, I've also lost a pawn. The next couple moves I don't have much to add. I'm fighting for my life, thinking maybe this is an underrated player who will blunder, not knowing he's 2900 blitz. So, you never resign, because you never know who you play. But if I had known, I probably would have resigned. However, you guys should keep watching because you're not going to believe the blunder that's about to happen. The funniest thing about this game is that my rook on f8 is just blundering, just a free rook for multiple moves. And my sister and my friends are watching the game from the sidelines, and they are dumbfounded. They're like, how can neither side see that there's just a free rook on f8? If this isn't clear that I am blind as hell, then I don't know what is. And the fact that I gaslit him so hard that even my opponent didn't realize. When he took it, we both started laughing because we're like, how was that possible to be so bad? And that was the game. I would like to say that had I known he was a grandmaster, maybe I would have played better, but to be honest, his prep was so strong.
How'd you do it? Oh, congrats. I played a grandmaster.
You won?
Yeah. It was my first game. It was my first, it was my best game ever. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you don't believe that I won? Why would they be so happy for me if I didn't win? Do you not believe? Okay, yeah. I lost. You're so excited. I plundered her. Okay, we're moving.
I didn't see.
message said it was urgent. What do you want?
Your forces are weak, Galron. You need help to fight the family of Duros.
From one dishonored Klingon.
I offer you 4 Klingon squadrons.
they follow you, a Starfleet officer?
They are pledged to support my brother, Kern.
Kern is your brother?
Yes. His true bloodlines were hidden to protect him.
Kern will follow me. He has opposed me in the past.
I am the elder brother. He will do as I say.
What is it you want in return?
You know my price.
The return of your honor. For the support of 4 squadrons. No! That will not be enough. The Duras family controls most of the fleet. We must have Federation help.
They will not intervene.
Perhaps not yet. But Starfleet Command will listen to Picard, and Picard listens to you.
I can ask nothing more of him in this matter.
What?
My duty as a Starfleet officer.
You come to me and demand the restoration of your family honor, and now you hide behind human excuses. What are you all? Do you tremble and quake with fear at the approach of combat? To talk your way out of a fight like a human? Or do you hear the cry of a warrior, calling you to battle, calling you to glory like a Klingon?
Red alert.
A second ship is joining the attack on the Vortas.
It's begun.
Send an emergency signal to any loyal ships.
Your boss engine's not responding.
Engage emergency override.
Override engaged. Disruptor still not responding.
The Vortas has lost her port shield, sir. It is unlikely they will withstand another hit at that quarter. Their primary life support has failed, sir.
Vortas has put out a general distress call. That's real. While the course to take us safely away from the combat area, hardly, boss.
Captain, the Vortas is Gowron's ship. If he's the legitimate leader of the Empire, shouldn't we help him?
If we go to the aid of the Vortas, we'll be dragging the Federation into a Klingon civil war.
What about